Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Can you believe it? It's the very first Halloween set of the year. I know I'm not too sure if I'm too early. I don't know if I'm not too late. I've started seeing some Halloween sets on the Instagram, not on the YouTubes just yet at the time of filming this anyways. This is scheduled to go out beginning of September and I'm filming it at the end of August. So who knows, maybe by then there'll be some more YouTube videos, but I'm quite excited, but sad at the same time because I quite love summer. I love the bright colours, but I feel like I kind of want to do some Halloween and then some Christmas. It just gives me like a theme to work with and get creative with, you know, just the little bits and bobs that I don't really pick up too often. So today's set, like I said, is going to be Halloween. It's going to be inspired by a plate from Moyou, London, which I will get to later on in the video. So we're going to do some stamping, of course, today. We've got a slight little hint of crystals and, of course, some beautiful, beautiful glitter. So like you saw at the beginning of the video, I showed you guys the gel polishes that we'll be using. So there's two today. We've got a black and we've got a orange. So actually I don't have a lot of orange, so it was a bit of a challenge to start this set today. So of course orange, probably greens, oranges, blacks and whites are probably going to be your go-to for the Halloween season. And unfortunately, I do not have a lot of oranges that would be suitable for Halloween nails. So this is the closest I got. And actually I got quite lucky because I got this colour maybe a month prior to kind of starting the Halloween set. So I got a little bit lucky there. So I'm doing 3 nails of that beautiful orange from Vanillisa, and we've got some black also from Vanillisa, but they've got, I think they're 2 different kind of companies. I mean, no, one company, different maybe collections. So we've got 3 orange and 2 black. So I'm going to do the second layer off camera, and now they are back, and here we've got the beautiful glitter. And I decided to pick this one because it had that black but it had a beautiful rainbow kind of reflection in it, which I thought could bring a little bit of color to the set, and it looks beautiful. I highly recommend, if you get your hands on a glitter like this, definitely do it. If you see it around, grab it. I do have just a plain matte kind of black glitter, but this one is just so sparkly and it's got beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rainbow little specks in there, and it's, literally to die for. I would rock this glitter any day, and I'm not a dark kind of color person, but this one is definitely beautiful. I was kind of trying to show you guys here how sparkly and rainbowy it is. Definitely highly recommend this one. So it's gone into the lamp and now it's time for a matte top coat. So I'm going to quickly matte top coat them because I decided to do something different today. Usually I like to stamp on a tacky layer. I just kind of, a tacky layer, or I sometimes wipe the tacky layer off and just stamp it on that kind of nail. But I watch a lot of Talia's Nail Studio on YouTube and she likes to stamp on a matte background. So I thought, why not give it a go today? We'll see how it goes. Personally, I'll tell you guys now, not a big fan. I had some issues, which you will see later on. But yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone should try it every kind of way to find what works best for them. Maybe it's down to the matte top coat that you use. The one I'm of course using is a Vanillisa, so maybe I need a more higher end matte top coat, who knows, but it didn't really work the best for me. So here is the stamping plate. So we've got the Care Bears Unlock the Magic plate number 4 from Moyou, London. It's one of my most newest one and I think it's so cute. So I decided to, of course, go for a bit of a cuter vibe today. So I'm going to have a few cute ones, a few scary ones, a few bloody ones, all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to try and hit all kind of areas of Halloween so I can suit everyone, hopefully. So we've got a black and a white from Born Pretty, and we've got 2 shades from Moyou, London. One is a nude and one is a sparkly purple, so we're going to use that later and you see what I'll do later with those. I so enjoyed this part of the video. I feel like I really like watching stamping videos, so kind of editing this makes me really happy, and I just want to stare at the stamping all day long. I just think it's so great. If you guys have not tried stamping, I would highly recommend it. As you can see today, we've created a full kind of nail design set using one stamping plate and just a few little bits and bobs on the side. Those are just additions. I like my sets to be a bit crazy and a bit too much sometimes. or more like usually. So I always kind of go over the top. So don't feel pressured to do that too. You can do just simple nails. You don't need any glitter. You don't need any crystals. You can literally do a full stamping set and that would look beautiful on its own. So when it comes to stamping, I decided to pick up that spidery heart one. I love hearts. So when I saw that there's a spidery web heart, I was like, oh my god, I need that. So one nail is going to have that stamped right in the middle. And that's kind of it. So we're only stamping on the orange nail. So one nail is done when it comes to the stamping. The second nail, I decided to pick up some of the words on the stamping plate. So it says Happy Halloween on there. So I thought I'll place it in the middle of the nail. Then I decided to use some nail cleaner because I ended up transferring some little bits and bobs that I didn't want. So the liquid I always use in my videos is the Moyou. I think it's like a 3-in-1 or a 2-in-1 nail prep cleaner kind of liquid. It's like blue. I normally get mine on Amazon and it's absolutely great. If you ever hear me call it a nail cleaner, that's literally what I'm referring to. So now that that's stamped with the black, I thought I'll go in with the white and kind of go around the words with the little bats, which I thought was kind of cool. So we're kind of trying to create a full cover stamping without it being a full cover stamping on the plate. So as you can see on the bottom of the plate, we've got 4 kind of square-like images. So those are kind of ones that I'd call a full coverage, where the attempt of that is to cover a full nail. Of course, the nails that I'm using today are very long, so they're too long to cover the full nail. Usually it'll be kind of more aimed for shorter nails, but it's fine. You see how I kind of go around that later on in the video because we will be using one of the ones at the bottom. So here I'm just kind of picking them up a few times and just placing them where I want them, just around the wording. It's great. Here I retried. So it feels like when I've got a matte background, I've got less time to work with the product. Usually when I've got just a tacky or a non-tacky, just a wipe down nail, I seem to have a lot of time to kind of play about with the polish on my stamper and kind of go with the flow. And here it seems to be very quick. So you see me do it very quick. I have also fast forwarded this bit, so don't think I'm working that quick and you need to be this fast. It's just so I don't bore you guys. Otherwise this video will literally be 30 minutes, like pretty much all of them. Most of my clips I have fast forward just a little bit, so never think that that's how quick I work, of course. So there we go. It's kind of looking like a full cover nail. We're just going to pop bits and bobs on the side and we've got another nail done. So we've got one more nail to do and that's going to be that full cover nail. So I decided to go for those beautiful little stars and little moons there. So I'm picking it up, getting rid of any excess on the sides, and then we are going to stamp it, of course, going from the top and hoping for it to cover the full nail, but it doesn't. So we've got the bottom half to cover and it's super simple, especially with this kind of nail design on the plate. So you just want to pick it up again and just kind of try and place it back onto the nails. So this is the most important part, to actually have a clear stamper so you can actually see what you're stamping. So there we go. We just made ourselves a full cover nail with a much shorter image than it should be, if that makes sense. So it's looking great. We can't tell whether like lines and how it met together. So now I'm going to pick up one of the Care Bears, which I thought was really cute. I'm picking up this one. It's kind of trying to be a little bat. And this is where we're going to try and do a reverse stamping. So Clear Jelly, if you have heard or have not heard, they do a lot of kind of layered stamping. But in kind of, if you don't have a plate like that, you can go around it by doing exactly this. So when you pick it up on your little stamper, you can use the polish, different coloured polishes, and just colour it in like a little colouring book. So I didn't want to go too crazy. This is something I'm still kind of learning and I'm trying it out. So I picked up the image with the black and I'm going into the belly and the hair with the sparkly chromy purple, and everything else is going to be this nude colour. So that's going to be the colour of the body, and then once I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it. So this bit here got slightly messed up. I'll show you guys in just a second after I stamp it what it was supposed to look like. When I did this set off camera, I did do it on a tacky layer, so I didn't matte top coat. So I thought, why not just give a little whirl for the video? What could go wrong? And I probably should have just done it the way I usually do it. But because it was kind of, I don't know what went wrong. I just wasn't feeling this matte top coat, I think, today. I must have been just doing something wrong because it's working for Talia. So it might be either the products I'm using, or maybe I'm not working quick enough or too slow, who knows. But when I went ahead to stamp this, I didn't hold it for long enough. and I about to pick it up, and then I placed it back down again. So I slightly moved the image, half of it transferred, and then the half of it got kind of moved up a little bit. So you see that in just a second. There you go. I almost tried to pick it up, and then I pressed it back down again. Don't do that. Just hold it for a long time. So it still looks good, which is fine. But here I'm kind of showing you guys the one on the right is so much more crisper and better. But that's okay. We can work with it. You can literally get away with it. It's not that noticeable. So whilst that's kind of drying, I also matte top coated those again off camera for you, so you don't have to watch that bit again. And I did that just to cap them in, because in case you're doing it for a client, they will come off. So you want to either glossy top coat or matte top coat those once more, just over. And here are some of the crystals that I'll be using. So we're going to play about with some AB crystals. We've got some opal crystals as well. I am obsessed with those opal crystals. They're so beautiful. I love them. Ever since I got them, I've just been kind of like, oh, maybe I can use them in today's set, or this set, or another set. I've just constantly been trying to get them in somehow. So the crystal placement today, super easy, super simple, nothing too crazy. What we're going to do is almost like a little necklace vibe on the black nail. So we're placing a bigger AB crystal in the middle, and then the further away we're getting from the sides, the smaller crystals we're going to use, and we're going to mix and match it. So we're placing an AB in the middle, then an opal, then an AB, and just continue that going forwards, just around. And of course, like I said, the further away you're getting, the smaller crystals you're going to get. So as you can see, when it comes to the opal crystals, I don't have a lot of sizes. I'm still kind of building up my opal crystal collection. So we've only got a few crystals here, so I have to work with what I got. Another reason also why I decided to use shorter nails was because the stamping plate itself has very, small, designs. So I like to work on the longer ones, but when it comes to stamping, I love working on the smaller ones. It just makes the design look better, and you don't have to put too much thought into creating the design, because you've got a bigger space to work with, and you have to kind of make it all work somehow. But when you've got a smaller nail bed, then you don't have to get too crazy, which you'll probably see a bit more shorter nails coming from me when it comes to stamping. And I feel like it might actually be better for you guys all, because I doubt a lot of you guys are doing such long nails. So this might be a nice representation of what, if you were to recreate this design, what it would look like actually on nails, for whether you're doing it for yourself or for a personal nail business or whatever you're doing. So here's our little necklace. I am going to pop it into the lamp, and then once it comes back out, we've got this little spider that I had a hell of a time placing. So first up, I placed just a standard Mocha Rhinestone glue gel, and I decided to place it down, and the body of this spider just wasn't touching the nail, which was a little bit of a pain. There's me a bit confused there. So I've got this thicker rhinestone glue gel from the card, so I thought I'll pick it up with, I'll try and glue it down with this. So this worked a little bit better. It became a bit messy. So because we already matte top coated this, you kind of don't want to cure the rhinestone glue gel without anything on top of it. So you're of course going to leave kind of like a glossy area, which is not what we want. We want the whole nail to be matte. So I did go ahead again with the nail prep cleaner and just wiped away anything around the spider. So that's already cured in the background, and this is the very last nail we're going to work on and place some crystals on. So super simple. This must be my favorite nail. I love that heart spider web, and I love the little crystal placement that we did in the corner. So it's just a simple corner crystal placement. We are placing a big AB crystal on the right hand side. Suddenly I can't talk anymore. Then we are going to follow up with one opal crystal on each side of that big AB one. We are then going to follow it up with another tiny little AB crystal on either side of that again, and then we are just going to play about with some caviar beads and place them in between the crystals. So I probably spoke for way too much today, so I'll let you guys kind of relax and not hear my voice for a little bit and watch me place some of those caviar crystals, beads, whatever they are, and I'll come back to you guys once that's done. Alright, so we are finishing this one up. We're going to pop it into the lamp, and here are the final results. Let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know if you're going to grab this plate. I highly recommend it. I love it so much. If you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!